If you want to help Myth Vision Podcast grow, you can join our Patreon. There are different tiers, as well as help out with PayPal. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Dr. Price, my friend David Tim asks, I have read that a woman named Herophile?
I don't know. Good question.
Herophile, Herophile. Herophile, whatever, circa 500 BCE, lived in a cave near the ancient town of Cumae in Campania, Italy. She was known as the Cumaean Sibylle, and general populace considered her a slowly aging but immortal priestess. This is according to M. Massey in his book Society in Imperial Rome. Herophile was one of the many women who prophesied under the supposed inspiration of a deity and delivered her prophecies in a frenzied state. In history books, she was subsequently called the Sibylle of Tarquin, and her 3 books became highly prized in Rome. So highly regarded were the Sibylle's prophecies that the 4th century church usurped her 2nd book, which is available online, inserted short narratives that dealt with the Christian characters, said it was divine revelation given to the Apostle John by Jesus Christ himself from heaven, and included it in the New Testament. Some say this writing assigned to her is a forgery and was written after the book of Revelation. Is Dr. Price aware of this theory, and if so, what does he think about it? Thanks.
Apparently this is a creative but erroneous theory. When we first looked at this, it wasn't clear to me what the theory was supposed to be, and the idea of it being revealed by Jesus to John. What they're saying, I guess I should have inferred this before, is that the book of Revelation is based on this 2nd book, but it wasn't explicitly Christian, and Christians added stuff to it. All I know is that in the ancient church, some thought that it was the work of Cerinthus, who was a Jewish Gnostic, who was a millenarian, or a chiliast, as they say. He believed that there would be a literal 1,000-year reign of Christ on earth. And, of course, the book of Revelation says that. And so they associated him with that. Cerinthus was also nominated as the real author of the Gospel of John, which I find a little more believable, because the Gospel of John is essentially, in my view, Gnostic, though with some additions and corrections and so on. But I'm not familiar with anybody taking this seriously or trying to vindicate it. In fact, the website that he's referring to, which I looked up, actually says at the end, we don't vouch for anything said here. It's not clear that any of it's verified. Great. So that's an interesting idea, but I don't think there's really anything in its favor. But however, I gotta admit that the book of Revelation has undergone some kind of surgery, and that's pretty clear. And it's very strange, and owes a good debt to Greek mythology, that's for sure. Like the thing with the birth of the child who's destined to rule all the nations, and the dragon pursuing his virgin mother, but being spirited away to a desert where she can't be found. As James M. Robinson has pointed out in a brilliant essay, that this myth is really that of the birth of Zeus, that the Titans were his dad being one of them, Cronus, was in the habit of eating all of his sons as soon as they were born, to fend off a prophecy that one of his sons would overthrow him, but his I think Rhea or Gaia. There are almost two versions of the same thing. One of the titanesses of the earth decided to put a stop to this and managed to. She was midwifing the birth of Zeus, the last of the sons, and managed to switch a big rock in swaddling clothes and got Cronus to swallow that. They flew him off to some island where he grew to manhood and did wind up killing Cronus and imprisoning him under the earth and so on. And there's a midrashic version of this. It underlies the business of Herod Antipas, Herod the Great trying to kill the infant Jesus. And so on, and so there are a lot of weird things in there. It mentions Hades, who seems to be a god of the underworld in Revelation, just as he was in Greek mythology. And so this is Merlin, one of our kitties. So it's very strange, and this nativity of Jesus, boy, that's totally different than the gospel accounts. And so the Revelation is subject to all kinds of fascinating theories. Barbara Thiering said Jesus wrote it later in life. Josephine Massingbird Ford claimed that John the Baptist wrote most of it, but that the Virgin Mary helped out writing it. I don't know. I've got the book. I've read part of it. I don't remember exactly how, but some of these theories seem fanciful, but who knows? Benjamin W. Bacon argued that it was written by one of the prophesying daughters of Philip. And he has interesting arguments for it. So who knows what it means? I just love the book of Revelation and am mighty glad it didn't get kicked out of the Bible. How about you, Merlin?